Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Class 8, we have discussed the short question answers of lesson number 1 matter. Today we are going to discuss the long question answers. Question number 1 is write the main postulates of kinetic theory of matter. Also explain the 3 states of matter on the basis of kinetic theory. So first we will discuss what are the main postulates of kinetic theory of matter. So, the main postulates are number 1 is matter is made up of very small particles which are called atoms or molecules. Number 2, all the constituent particles of a particular matter are identical in all respects. And number 3 is the particles of matter have some spaces between them, and the space between the particles of matter is called intermolecular space. Number 4 is the particles of matter attract one another with a force called intermolecular force of attraction, and this force holds the particles together. And number 5 is particles of matter are in continuous random motion, which is called Brownian motion, and due to this they possess kinetic energy, and the rate at which the particles of matter move can be changed either by heating or cooling. Now one more part is there of question number 1. Also explain the 3 states of matter on the basis of kinetic theory. So we know that there are 3 states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. In solids, the particles or the molecules are very closely packed, so the intermolecular space is negligible and the intermolecular force of attraction is very strong, due to which they cannot move from one position to another. They have fixed positions, so they only vibrate about their fixed positions, they cannot leave their places. So the kinetic energy is minimum in solids, and due to their molecular arrangement they have definite shape and definite volume. They are rigid, incompressible, and they have high density. And in liquids, the particles or molecules are loosely packed or less closely packed than solids. So they have some intermolecular space, and the force of attraction is weak in comparison to solids. So they don't have their fixed positions, they can move from one position to another, but within the boundary of the liquid. They cannot leave the boundary, they can move but within the boundary of the liquid. So their kinetic energy is more than the particles of solids, and due to their movement they have fixed volumes or definite volumes. They do not have fixed shape, they take the shape of the container in which they are kept. They are slightly compressible and they are not rigid, and they can easily flow. And in case of gases, the particles or molecules are loosely packed or very loosely packed, and the intermolecular space is much more than solids and liquids. So the intermolecular force of attraction is very weak or negligible. So they are free to move in the entire space which is available to them. So the kinetic energy of the particles of a gas is maximum. They don't have definite shape or definite volume. They are not rigid, they are highly compressible, and they can flow in all directions. Number 2 is write an activity to demonstrate the process of melting and also explain the process of melting on the basis of kinetic theory. So here is activity 2 in your book on page number 11, in which the process of melting is shown. So write down this full activity and also draw the figure. Second part is also explain the process of melting on the basis of kinetic theory. So we know that particles or molecules of a solid are very closely packed, so intermolecular space is negligible and intermolecular force of attraction is very strong. So they can just vibrate about their fixed positions. Now when a solid is heated, what happens? Its particles start vibrating at a faster rate. They absorb heat energy and they start vibrating at a faster rate, due to which their kinetic energy increases. So when they reach the melting point, the particles of the solid Now they have sufficient energy, kinetic energy, to overcome the strong intermolecular force of attraction. Now they have enough energy to break the strong intermolecular force of attraction. So at this stage, which is the melting point, the molecules leave their fixed positions and they start flowing within the substance. So at this temperature, the solid starts melting. Now question number 3 is describe an experiment to demonstrate the process of boiling. Also explain the process of boiling on the basis of kinetic theory. So here there is activity 3. To show the process of boiling, you have to write this full activity along with the figure. You have to draw the figure also. Then next part is also explain the process of boiling on the basis of kinetic theory. So we all know that molecules of a liquid are less closely packed than solids, so they have some intermolecular space and they exert less force of attraction, or the force of attraction is weak, so they can move within the boundary of the liquid. Due to this, they have more kinetic energy than the solids, and when a liquid is heated, its particles start moving faster because they can move. Now on absorbing heat, they start moving faster and this increases their kinetic energy. Now a stage is reached, which is the boiling point, at which the particles have gained sufficient kinetic energy to break the intermolecular force of attraction. Now they can break or they can overcome the intermolecular force of attraction when they reach the boiling point. So at this stage, now they are free to leave the liquid surface. So at this temperature, which is the boiling point, the liquid starts boiling. Now question number 4 is describe an experiment to demonstrate the process of sublimation and deposition. So this is activity 4. To demonstrate the process of sublimation and deposition, write this activity along with the figure. Question number 5 is what is evaporation and describe the factors that affect the process of evaporation. So what is evaporation? It is the process during which a liquid changes into its gaseous state at any temperature below its boiling point. Now what are the factors that affect the process of evaporation? So first is temperature of the liquid. All the factors are on page number 16. So first is temperature of the liquid. When the temperature of the liquid is high, the rate of evaporation is also high. You can write the example also. Then surface area of the liquid. When the surface area which is exposed to air is more, the rate of evaporation is also more. Write the example also. Then speed of wind. When the speed of wind increases, the rate of evaporation increases. You have to write the example also. Then humidity, which is the amount of water vapor in air. So when humidity increases, rate of evaporation decreases. Write the example also. Then nature of the liquid. And we know that spirit or alcohol, they evaporate faster compared to water. Now what is the reason? They have different boiling points and different intermolecular force of attraction. So the higher the boiling point, the lesser will be its evaporation. If boiling point is high, evaporation will be lesser, rate of evaporation will be lesser, and the liquids which have lower boiling points, they get evaporated faster. Now this is the activity which is showing the process of melting. This is the complete activity. Now this activity is for the process of boiling. So this is the complete activity for process of boiling. Now this is the activity which is showing the process of sublimation and deposition. Now these are the factors affecting rate of evaporation.